Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've properly posted on my YouTube channel and there hasn't really been a particular reason. I've been busy with a lot of things. Real life has become more real. I was in a relationship for a long time and he really encouraged me to do YouTube, and he would always push me to keep my hobbies going even when I was feeling really sad and down and depressed, and it had nothing to do with him or anything. It was more me. I've kind of put YouTube on the back burner and I was putting my relationship first, and I was just putting life first, real life, and I guess I just kind of lost my passion for it for a while, but it's nobody's fault. He was amazing and he pushed me to do this a lot, so I don't want anyone to think that, first of all, in this video, that he was toxic or anything, because he wasn't. I'm not going to share personal details because I don't think that it's right and I don't want to, and oh god, I want to be a better person and I don't want to keep sharing every detail of my life online, even though that's what I always do when I'm feeling broken. I don't know, I just turn to the internet and self-destruction and I just start destroying my life on purpose because I feel like I don't deserve anything else. And I'm sorry I look so shit, but I really don't care. So basically, I don't know, I thought I would make this video to bring some awareness to a condition that I have, and I'm kind of doing this on a whim because I've wanted to talk about it for a while, but I was never even able to explain it to my ex-boyfriend, and I really want people to understand what it's like, and it's something I've been dealing with, and ever since I got diagnosed I knew my relationship would eventually end, because no matter how supportive and amazing he was, no one can deal with someone that has such lows and is crying once a month and is suicidal once a month and just has these extreme mood swings and acts not like themselves and just gets like overtaken by, I don't know, some kind of monster within themselves or something. It honestly feels like I'm a different person once a month. I just want to explain it and get it off my chest because I really want to learn how to live with it, and I really want to be happy one day and find someone that can handle it, even though it doesn't feel possible to me right now to find anyone ever again, and I really don't think I ever will, because it took me till I was 24 to fall in love and find my person, and he was my person, and I still believe he's my soulmate. And I still love him, even though I have so much anger right now towards him. I also love him with my whole heart. I just want to explain it and get it off my chest, because I feel like people see me online posting really dark thoughts and lashing out and making diggy comments towards him when I'm angry. And I just go through these phases where I don't feel like myself. And I want to explain it, not that I want to use like mental illness or a condition to excuse my actions or anything like that. I want to take full accountability for anything I've done wrong in this situation, and trust me, I am. I truly hate myself right now and I'm dealing with a lot of self-hatred, and that's not me trying to get all pity from you guys. It's just I am so aware that this is all my fault, that I hate myself, you know? And I've dealt with self-hatred my whole life. The only time I've been able to cope with it really was when I was with him, I suppose, and he did make me happy, but at the same time I was struggling a lot towards the end. So basically last October I was diagnosed with PMDD, which not a lot of people know what it is. I hardly know what it is, so if I get any information wrong in this video then you can let me know. But I doubt most people know what it is. It stands for premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and it runs in my family apparently. My mum has it, and I've always known there's something wrong with me because, I don't know, I've convinced myself in the past I've gotten over my depression, but I really don't think that I actually have. And it's been like this since I was like 12 years old, and honestly it's really hard to deal with because it feels like I don't have a future, especially now when I had someone that really understood and loved me, and even he couldn't deal with it in the end. And that's okay, it's not his fault, but I feel really low right now, you know. It's It's to do with my periods. So basically once a month, most people have PMS and you get a bit emotional and you might have mood swings and blah blah blah, it's like normal. But with PMDD it's like on another level, and you feel, just let me read it out to you because I'm crying so much I don't think I'm going to do a good job at it. What it says on Google, because I'm a mess and I'm not making sense. PMDD is a health problem that is similar to premenstrual syndrome, PMS, but is more serious. PMDD causes severe irritability, depression or anxiety in the week or two before your period. Symptoms usually go away 2 to 3 days after your period starts. Now, there are a lot of symptoms to PMDD, and I think I pretty much experience every single one of them. And it's horrible. Once a month, I just really don't feel like myself, and it's just this ongoing cycle of like, I would cry for hours and hours and hours, and my ex-boyfriend would be there comforting me and being really supportive. And afterwards once I came out of the headspace of like feeling really suicidal and scared I was going to do something, and sometimes it would be for no reason and I wouldn't know why, and I'd just be crying all night long, sobbing my eyes out, and he'd be there hugging me, telling me everything's okay. And this was before I was even diagnosed, and neither of us knew what was wrong with me. And I could cry for hours and hours just like this, but worse, just sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. And I remember before I even moved in with him, I would do it, and he was so supportive, and I remember thinking any other guy would run away at this. You know, like, he was so amazing, understanding, even before I got the diagnosis. And the way he described it was I used to cry like someone had killed one of my sisters, and that's the best way I can describe it, is that's how sad and low and horrible and suicidal it makes you feel once a month. And it's like something else takes over your body, and it's horrible, and I've missed a lot of work because of it. I've always thought I just suffered with severe anxiety and depression, but once I got this diagnosis it made a lot of sense, because I do go through a couple of weeks where I'm feeling fine and on top of the world and I'm a bad bitch and I can do this, and then I just have such low depressive periods. It's madness. I literally just feel like I want to die, and I'm actually scared to be alone in this flat right now because I feel so low that I'm scared I'm gonna do something. And I don't want to, because I know life will get better one day. It's really hard to get through on my own, you know. This is a mess video, I'm sorry. So the symptoms are, what is this? Severe fatigue, mood changes including irritability, nervousness, depression and anxiety, crying and emotional sensitivity, difficulty concentrating, which is something I've always had at work. Every now and then I just can't do anything right, and like my manager will have to tell me to do things multiple times and it just won't go in my head, and I just can't concentrate and I can't focus and I forget what I'm doing, and it's horrible, and I've always just thought I'm ditzy or something. But now I understand. Heart palpitations, which I always thought, what they told me at the doctors before was it was caused by energy drinks and stress. And then I look at this, and heart palpitations is a part of PMDD. So even my heart problems have been down to this. Paranoia and issues with self-image. I do find that once a month I really hate myself and I can't look in the mirror and I just feel so ugly. Even when I was with my boyfriend and he was telling me how beautiful I was and stuff, I don't know, there was just such self-hatred there all the time. And the paranoia and issues, I would have such, like, paranoid thoughts. Like, I trusted him 100%, I knew he would never cheat on me. And I trusted him with my whole heart and soul, but once a month I'd start getting horrible thoughts and I'd start going crazy and like looking at his Twitter, seeing what he's tweeting and like thinking something was going on, or maybe he doesn't actually love me, and like these thoughts would come out of nowhere because he was so loving to me all the time, and I'd be crying and I couldn't even explain it to him because I didn't want him to think that I thought he was a bad person, because I don't. It's just that once a month it makes me start to be paranoid and think certain things, like if it's hot at night and I went to cuddle him and he pushed me away and said, "Oh God, I'm so sorry babe, I can't, it's hot," I'd turn away and I could feel like, it felt like a heart stab. Like, oh God, he doesn't want me. Oh God, he doesn't love me. I'm not good enough. And I'd start choking up and he'd be like, "You okay? You okay?" And he'd check on me and he immediately knew when something was wrong. And I knew that getting upset over stupid things like that was not normal. Like, never... I just never linked it to my period or anything, and I don't know why. Coordination difficulties, forgetfulness, that's definitely one I get a lot. Abdominal bloating, increased appetite, and gastrointestinal upset. 100% have all of those. Sometimes I get so bloated, and before my period I honestly have thought I'm pregnant a million times and gone out and got a pregnancy test because I look so fat. And that doesn't help with the self-image thing either, because I know most girls bloat when they have their period, but I literally look months pregnant sometimes, and I'll have to try and hide it or wear a bigger shirt to work or whatever. And I remember a few times saying to him like, "God, I feel so fat today," and he'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about? I think it's cute, I like your tummy." And like, yeah, I was a bit bloated, but it would go away as soon as my period was gone. Headaches, yep. Backache, yep. Hot flashes, dizziness, fainting. I've never had fainting, thank God, or dizziness. Sleeplessness is something that's really difficult around that time of month, and right now, because, see, right now I can't tell if it's because it's my time of the month or if it's just genuine upset because of what's happened this week, of having to move in with my sister and losing the love of my life in just the space of a few days. You know, this was always my biggest fear, that I would lose everything, and here I am. So I can't tell. Vision changes and eye complaints. It definitely makes sense, because I'm always telling people that I think I need glasses, but sometimes my vision's okay, and other times I'll need to use reading glasses, and I don't know. Decreased libido. Easy bruising, yes, and heightened sensitivity. Oh boy, is it heightened sensitivity. A lot of people don't think it's like a real thing, because even when I went to my doctor, my mum had to come with me to explain everything and explain that she'd been diagnosed, and the doctor didn't even know what it was. So we really had to push hard for me to be diagnosed with it, because I knew that's what I had. As soon as my mum got diagnosed, just everything started making sense. Everything she was saying to me on the phone started making sense. You know, just, I had so many episodes where I'd just be so consumed by sadness and suicidal thoughts that I would have to leave work. It's just like I turned into a totally different person. Like, I didn't care that I could lose my job because I was going home early because of how suicidal I was feeling. I just didn't give a fuck. And it started to affect my work life and stuff, and I've always been able to deal with it, but I feel like as I've gotten older it's been more and more hard, and it explains a lot. Even when I used to work back at Primark, it definitely explains a lot, like the episodes I would have and stuff at work, self-harming in the toilets and all of this. It makes a lot of sense, and I am more prone to self-harm around the time of the month. And I don't know, I just kind of want to bring awareness to it, because even though I'm not like an expert, just Google it, look it up. I know this video isn't the most informative, but basically it's PMS times 12, and I have like no serotonin around that time of the month, and it's just horrible. I genuinely feel like I'm going to kill myself sometimes, and I just turn into a totally different person, and it's just really hard to cope with, especially right now when I always had a supportive partner, you know. And then I had such a bad episode the other day because I found something out that I completely ruined our relationship, and all I want to do is go back in time and just not react that way. But I can't. And I just don't know how I'm going to cope now. I've been signed off work for a month, so hopefully I can make more YouTube videos and get back into this, because it makes me really happy. And I need something to keep me going, so I'm thinking I'm going to make a video a day and try and grow my channel. We'll see how that goes, because I always say stuff like that and then don't do it. Even if I just vlog every day or something, I don't know, I just kind of want like the company of a camera so I don't do anything stupid, because I'm like so heartbroken and ruined right now that I just kind of need YouTube to get me through. And if it's not the most happiest of content, I'm really sorry, but I kind of just, I know a lot of people are going through breakups this lockdown, and I was really hoping I wouldn't be one of them. I've always had a perfect relationship until the last month, like literally perfect, and I just really thought we were going to have a future together, you know, and it's just really hard to let go of like your best friend, you know, because I really love him with my whole heart. Even if he doesn't love me back anymore, I love him so much and I want him to be happy. And I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just Rebecca rambles. The point of this video is like, I want people to know they're not alone in dealing with a breakup right now, because I've never dealt with one before. I've never had a relationship before this, okay? So I don't really know what heartbreak... I didn't really know what heartbreak was before now, and I was really hoping I would never go through it, because even though that's naive, and I always told myself, if I break up with him, I'll be fine, like, I'll be totally fine. But I always told myself, like, if I fell in love with someone and I gave so much of myself to someone, it would be because I wanted a future with them. And I was only going to give myself one shot at love. And that's just what I believe, that if you're with someone, you should try and make it work through anything, and it should be for life. That's just always what I've believed about love, and that's why I've avoided it for so long. Even if I just do vlogs on this channel to help people that are also dealing with breakups, to make them feel not alone, or if anybody on YouTube with PMDD that doesn't really see many people vlogging about it comes on here and sees this and is like, wow, someone else that understands me, and someone else that feels the same way I do, and they just for a second feel less alone, then that would make me really happy. And if anybody does suffer from it, please let me know in the comments. I'm not a big channel, so I doubt it, but it would really make me feel less alone too. I don't really know what this video was. I know it's a mess. I'm sorry for crying so much. I really want to come back to this channel when it helped me a lot with my mental health before. Like, I would come on here, vent my frustrations, people would give me support, people would feel less alone, people would... I don't know, it just felt like some kind of therapy, and I know I need actual therapy, but COVID-19 is making that really hard to go and seek. I've given myself a month off of work. I've been signed off by the doctors because I realised that my self-harming was getting too much. It was becoming like 3 or 4 times a day in the last week. I've done it every day except yesterday and today. I'm being really strong. I'm trying not to drink no matter how hard the urge becomes, because I've had an alcohol problem in the past. So I'm doing well in things like that, and I just want to find a healthy coping mechanism, and that is YouTube. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry for crying. I should probably put a disclaimer on this video. Don't put any hatred down below. I know it's YouTube, but it's gonna happen, but like, I just really need like love and support right now, you know? And I think everyone does with everything going on. We're all going through our own shit, and I know a breakup isn't the end of the world. I'm just really heartbroken, and I've never felt this before, you know? And it's just difficult, you know? I hope that you guys are staying safe. I hope lockdown's over soon. Now I'm gonna see the other side of it, because I'm an essential worker. And I've been working this whole time, and now I'm off for a month. I'm gonna see what it's like to be bored at home. But I want to be productive and make a video every day for you, so and mainly for me, to be honest. So if you enjoyed this video, you can like, comment and subscribe. I'm gonna make new videos hopefully every single day. And just stay safe, wash your hands, don't be judgmental to anybody, don't make assumptions about anybody. You don't know their situation or why they're out, or who they're living with, or who's in their household. Just don't be dicks to each other on the street, okay? Everyone's suffering right now. Everyone's mental health is like plummeting, and we all need love and kindness right now. Be there for each other, okay? Please, just be there for each other. And hopefully next year will be a better one, because this year has been the worst year of my life, and I don't ever want to experience this again. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.